Hi guys, Mama Mer here. So just ignore this get up. It's a mermaid leggings kind of day. These are from FinFun, by the way. I got them on sale for like 12 bucks when they had that huge blowout. So cool. We're going to be reviewing the opening of that Amazon beta tail that I had ordered. Now I do apologize. I had opened it prior to leaving on my trip just to make sure that it had come in correctly, which of course if you've been following these posts you know it didn't. It turns out it's missing its back dorsal fin, and also the color was way dark in comparison to what was shown online. Originally, they told me that this color could be altered, but then they got back to me about a week later and said that, sorry, this is kind of the color it comes in, but we're still going to send you the other one with the missing fin. C'est la vie. Not my favorite color, but, you know, it is what it is. I would like to also remind you guys that these will come with a insert, but this review is only for the tail skin, not for the quote-unquote monofin they put in. This is what they consider a monofin. It is attached to the insert, the plastic insert, with, if you can see the holes, with little pieces of string. Cotton string, no less. Do not swim in these. If you tried swimming in these, even by themselves in the pool, which my son has tried, you will likely drown. These will offer you no propulsion, no thrust, no nothing. It's just extra weight. And when you put something large that has a lot of drag on it on top of this, you're at a very high risk. So remember, not for the monofin. Do not use these. These always get removed when I get these. When it arrived, it came in the equivalent of a FedEx plastic wrapped bag. So not a whole lot there to show. It was a two-piece, so it came with a top. Doo-doo-doo. Lovely. Yeah, not my color. But I'm not a huge fan of this style. They just never seem to want to stay on. But it's okay, it's usable. It was done to custom measurements. This buyer-seller thing went back and forth probably about 6 times, making sure she had all the correct measurements. So this was made to my measurements. Okay, now for the tail. Now, as you know, I have no problem with people making reproductions of tails. And this is a reproduction of a Swimtails beta tail. I think it was supposed to be their sand beta. However, that being said, I do have a problem when someone just takes the artwork from online and then copies it and uses it. If they want to hand reproduce the design, I'm cool with that. That's fine. There's knockoffs of everything. I am not good with people just stealing images though. And this one I'm a little on the fence about. I can't really tell if this is just this is how they wanted it to look, or if it doesn't look pixelated per se, but I'm a little iffy about this one. But anyway, I digress. So the first thing I'll show, the side fins. You can see it's got these guys on either side. They are a double piece of material sewn together. So in the water, this is likely gonna pucker. I've had things like this before, which gives it kind of a 3D look. So it is not like a Swimtails where it's one piece of fabric printed on either side. It's also got the smaller fins down closer to the ankles. Sorry, I realize this is precarious here. So it's got these little dudes too, still very close to the bigger ones. Again, that's something apparently she said she made an oops on is going to fix. She's gonna lower them a little bit. For the tail itself, here we go. Similar beta tail style to that of a Swimtails. I will say this is smaller than a Swimtails beta tail skin. I do own one of those, and I did a comparison between the two. It is probably about 4 inches smaller. So I would not recommend trying to buy something like this and use your Mahina. It will not fit. It'll be way too big for this. And I hate to tell people to trim their monofins. So my Mermaid Linden does fit within this insert, so I'll be adjusting it to that only because that's my monofin of choice. A FinFun or one of those plastic insert ones also will work. However, I don't recommend it because it's not going to give you the propulsion. I would recommend something more like a Mahina or a Finis Wave, something along those lines. So again, this was a lot of back and forth between me and the seller. The lovely white zipper that all of these seem to have. Plastic, yeah, plastic. It's one of those days. A marker, permanent marker, covers that up really easy though. You just go over it and it blends. Again, seam. Hate seams. Seam at the ankle. They're still learning how to not do this. I know my old Mertailor has that too. Drives me batty. The waistband is actually really nice. It's got a good thick waistband on it, and it's double hemmed. It's got a good amount of stretch. I'll show you the inside of that as well, so you can see what that looks like. It is the neoprene material. It is not super thick. It is not super thin. Can't see through it, but it is probably a little bit thinner than, say, a Swimtails or a Finfolk. That does come in different grades that you can purchase. So this particular tail maker didn't go with one of the heavier grades. Somewhere in the middle. And I'll open this up so you can see the insert. Vinyl insert. Comes with all of these. You can see where the holes are, little tiny ones for those flippers where it got cut off. Again, you just make your own cuts into the insert and it's not a problem. So the last thing we're going to check before we go is fit. This is supposed to be done to custom measurements. I'm just going to slide it on really fast. Because I don't have this measured yet for the for my Linden. I really need to learn how to edit videos for you poor people. Okay, get my feet about where they should be. Yeah, it's a good fit. So it sits, don't mind my little garment, sits right about halfway between the belly button and the bra line, which for me is the natural waist, which is perfect. It's comfortable. It seems to have a good amount of give and stretch. Yeah, they did a really nice job actually fitting this. So fit-wise, we get 2 thumbs up. They did an amazing job. They even made the ankles a little bit wide for me. I took into consideration when giving the measurements, the Linden comes a little bit higher in the tail where it sits, so I wanted to make sure that had a lot of stretch and a lot of room to accommodate. So far, it's a good tail. Again, hem at the ankle, one of my big pet peeves. Oh well. White zipper. Outside of that though, this is well done. It's really thick, it's stretchy, it's soft. It has the fins. Hopefully it'll have the extra fins when the new one comes. And it looks nice. And it's not as big as a normal Swimtails, which is a real relief for me because the size will make it drag. So a lot of times I'll put drainage holes in these, but I'll do it without for the swim test. All right, my mer friends, swim test will be next. And hopefully I can have that up in about the next week. I apologize, it's just life. But so this is what you get right out of the box from an Amazon beta tail. And once we're done with everything, I can maybe share the link if you want it. All right, thanks. Happy swimming.